EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us in South America in the vibrant and colorful Brazilian beachside city of Rio de Janeiro. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Nighthawks of Rio de Janeiro. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rio de Janeiro team.
They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking to throw on second down. Barnett. A quick throw there is incomplete. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Davis now. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker, making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
How to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Barnett.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Barnett. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
For the right play, yeah.
That too.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Davis. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
To throw again on 2nd down. Davis, and they take him down. The Bills get to him. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways, because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
3rd and 19.
Operating from the gun, Davis. Thomas brings it in. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 60 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. Off the play fake. Davis. Over the middle, complete. It's Alexander. Well, that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down and a pickup of 5 yards. Operating from the gun, Davis. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Take it into the end zone for a touchdown. His second rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Nighthawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Open man is Anderson. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Throwing on first down, Barnett.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. When you look at this defense,
they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Monk. Good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Underneath, caught by Anderson, the tight end. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Barnett.
That completes it once more to Anderson.
He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Off-play action. Barnett. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forced
under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. Barnett. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in.
Here's Davis from the gun on 3rd down.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field.
And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. They'll run on first down. Monk, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Barnett, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Barnett. Out left to Anderson.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Barnett.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Barnett. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw him a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Throwing to start the drive. Barnett. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Looking to throw. Barnett. And this is going to be incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
And his kick is good. And the Bills have taken the lead.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Rio offense set to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Off the play fake. Davis. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. Operating from the gun, Davis. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Off play action, Davis. And he finds his tight end, Graham. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Back to throw, Davis. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Nighthawks have regained the lead. On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Bills offense back out onto the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. Barnett.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Davis. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Davis.
Short throw there, caught by Thomas.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Davis.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead, should they so choose.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again, Davis. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards of first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Davis. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. Now Davis, a final shot before break. And his throw is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll begin in the Hall of Fame city of Canton, Ohio, and it's the Mounties who are out in front. The Mounties trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we head south to Texas to check on the Cowboys at home at AT&T Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. The Cowboys trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Jaguars still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
This fielded right at the goal line.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Davis.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
To throw on 3rd down. Davis. Looking left sideline is complete.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 63 yards.
And the Nighthawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small magical spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
On 2nd down now, Monk. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to throw. Barnett. Forced out to his left. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Pulled in at the 24. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Well, the Rio offense set to take over.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now a give, right side. Dorsey, he stiff-arms him. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Operating from the gun. Davis. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. On 1st down, Dorsey. There he goes, right side. Touchdown! A great effort there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Nighthawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. A drive there of just 4 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Operating from the gun, Barnett, and he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And a loose football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Underneath, caught by Anderson, the tight end. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and the deficit will hold at 22.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter.
This 2nd and 4. He'll keep it himself.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make 1 more play and get my defense off the field.
And Davis, he's not going to get there. Unable to make it to the yellow line. They stop him short.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Bills getting set to go.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Barnett.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. On 2nd down, Dorsey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Dorsey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
129 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They'll run on 1st down. Dorsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a throw here to his running back, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3rd and 9 here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
On 1st down, Dorsey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
155 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
They go play action here on 1st down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Davis looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, Davis. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Back to throw. Barnett over the middle. That's caught by McLeod. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. Operating from the gun, Barnett.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bills shaken up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Getting the ball to Anderson here on the out route.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Back to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
Operating from the gun. Barnett. Underneath, caught by Anderson, the tight end.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st down, Barnett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out.
And the Nighthawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
And here come the Bills.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he caught it up.
And one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
And they'll begin by running the option.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Davis now.
Short throw there, caught by Thomas.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Barnett. That'll be taken in by Anderson. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another 1st down. Back to throw. Barnett.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throw left side complete to McLeod. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again.
That throw right side here going to be incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for Rio, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year.
And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Tripping.